How to get into 20 to 30 new boutiques every single month with predictability down to the dollar and the day and create a seven-figure business. So, what's your situation today? Does your garage or basement look like this, filled to the brim with products that you have difficulty selling? Does it frustrate you that you have an incredible product, but you're still struggling to make sales, find customers, and get the publicity that you want? Are you having trouble contacting store buyers and getting them to respond? Do you just know that if you could get into a lot of stores, it would totally change your financial situation? Perhaps you've registered for Fair or Tundra, but the orders are just not rolling in. In general, you're frustrated. You feel like you're grinding for nothing. You've not been able to take a salary yet. You're using all your available credit. And most of all, you just want someone to give you a roadmap. Am I close? Then listen carefully over the next few minutes as you're about to learn how to use my secret selling system to get your product into new boutiques every single month on demand and with predictability, all for free. This is the exact same process I used with over 100 clients during the past 10 years. Have you ever wondered how people with products you'd never, ever buy are able to make money with ease and everything they touch always seems to turn to gold? Would being in stores like these make a difference in your business? Do you dream of running a wildly successful business, of seeing yourself and your company in magazines and finally making millions? Can you imagine what it would feel like to see the world's famous celebrities with your product? This was Kristen Davis, star of Sex and the City, with one of my bags. Believe me, I get it because I've been there and I know that trying to grow your fashion line can be really tough. And if you're anything like I was, you've probably tried a lot of things. Maybe you've tried selling your products online, but no one's really buying from your website. Or you've tried contacting store buyers, but they just don't take your calls. Or maybe you just feel plain old stuck and frustrated because you know how great your products are, but no matter what you try, you can't get others to see how awesome they are too. And you feel like you'll never know how to get sales or how to make money. I understand. I didn't know how to sell my line either when I first started out selling my handbags. But now, with my secret selling system that I'm going to share with you today, you'll quickly see how this can transform your business and your life. Once you are selling to boutiques, getting into magazines, having influencers and bloggers talk about you, and celebrities using and wearing your products, your entire business will change, and so will your life, all for the better. Now, while that might sound kind of obvious now that I'm saying it, the number of designers that can honestly say they do this with their business is rather small, like maybe 3 in 10. I talk to people every day who want the same thing. People just like you. People who have great products but struggle to get more sales, get more exposure, and grow their business. When I started my handbag line, I would have loved to have someone show me the ropes and fast track me through all the obstacles I had to go through. And there were tons. Getting a direct roadmap to show me the right way to do things without wasting so much time and money would have been an absolute godsend and helped me become profitable so much sooner. If I'd had someone to help me with boutique sales and media exposure from the start, I'd have made millions in profits instead of struggling for years. Each day was an experimentation back then for me. I'd pray that the skies would open and shower me with luck, sales, and money. And I thought, if the sky doesn't open up for me today, maybe it will tomorrow. And perhaps if I just keep at it, something will happen. But the fact was, I was just repeating the same process that wasn't working day in and day out. And that leads nowhere. Only designers with a predictable system for attracting and closing new stores can say, when I call a new store buyer, they usually say yes. Hi, My name is Sarah Shaw, and over the next few minutes, I'm going to share exactly how myself and my clients have worked with my secret selling system for generating at least 20 to 30 new boutiques every single month, and how you can do the exact same thing. I'm also going to share with you the biggest mistake most designers make when it comes to selecting and pitching new boutiques, and the two things that seven-figure designers are doing in their businesses that the strugglers are not. These are the exact same strategies that I use to sell over $6 million with my own accessory companies and have helped hundreds of other designers build their businesses that have generate up to seven figures. You see, over the past 10 years, I've been committed to helping a group of some of the coolest designers on the planet who are ruthlessly committed to two things. One, exploding their store sales and rapidly growing to the seven-figure mark. And two, getting tons of media exposure for their brand so it runs on autopilot. So if you're a designer looking to have a surefire way to generate new boutique buyers on demand and explode your business to the seven-figure level, then you're definitely in the right place, and you're going to love what I'm about to share with you. One of my clients, MJ, started working with me when her business was just approaching the $200,000 mark. Once I taught her my four-step process to get into boutiques, her business exploded to $1 million within the first 8 months. Now she sells to over 1,200 stores and appeared on Shark Tank and got a deal with Lori Grenier. And this was all possible using my secret selling system that I'm about to share with you today. Now, the best thing about this secret selling system is that it targets the right store buyers who are ready to buy right now. It works with any budget as it's totally free and it's based on proven results. Now, in the product world, I'm sure you've noticed that people fall into one of two categories. The grinders, they're the people who make some money sometimes and no money most of the time, or who spend way too much time trying to make money. And then the rainmakers, they're people who are absolutely crushing it, making more and more money and spending less and less time. What is it that makes some designers make millions, fly first, and build wealth, while other designers make less than they could in a full-time job and still struggle to make their rent? After talking to hundreds of designers and being in this industry for over 20 years, I've realized that the rainmakers know two key things, while the grinders know one of the two, but most of the time don't know either of them. And the truth is that if you know these two things, your sales become very easy and predictable, and you'll soon be on your way to making $1 million sooner than you think. So let's talk about how to become a rainmaker and not be a grinder, and one of the reasons you're still here with me now. But first, I'd like to share the biggest mistake most designers make when it comes to selecting new boutiques to pitch. So the best way I can explain this to you is with a story about Eskimos. So you're familiar with the saying, she can sell ice to Eskimos, right? So essentially what they mean is she can sell anything to anyone. But in reality, she'd have a very hard time selling them ice if they were living on a glacier, right? But if the Eskimo moved to New York City and lived in an apartment with a freezer in it, the salesperson would have a pretty good chance of selling the Eskimo some ice. So, what this tells us is that knowing where your target customer lives is one of the most important factors in selecting the stores to pitch to. It's that simple. Grinders are just pitching any store they see or find online or see in a magazine, and grinders don't understand how to raise their credibility so stores are interested. Rainmakers have researched the store, know that's where their target market shops, and knows the store needs to purchase their product. Rainmakers are also pitching magazines, influencers, and celebrities to boost credibility. This step is the main difference in the products you see on store shelves and the ones that never make it. Back in the late 1990s, companies like Trina Turk and Bedhead Pajamas and the Kate Spade brand all launched when there was no Google and hardly any store buyers were on email. They relied purely on magazines and friends to tell them about stores in other cities, going to trade shows, and getting sales reps to get orders. Today, with Google, once you know which cities your customers live in, you can easily find stores on the internet and quickly contact buyers by email. This is totally free, while attending trade shows and paying sales reps can be very costly. Businesses that are doing this weekly are the ones getting sales and seeing their products on store shelves. This method can result in 20 to 30 new stores per month. So let's do the math. Let's say you get 250 stores a year, which many of my clients do, at an average sale of, let's say, $200. I know it's low, but we'll use this. That's $25,000 per month and $300,000 per year. If you get 500 stores in a year, that's 50,000 per month or 600,000 in annual sales. Now I want you to pause for a moment and let this next point really sink in because it's a big one and it's almost the exact opposite to what everybody else out there is telling you. Most fashion type consultants will tell you that you need to do trade shows and have sales reps to make a lot of money. I say, no way. When I launched my second company with my patented Handy Hold All, which was a closet organizer for handbags, I used this exact method to get into 400 stores, bringing over 500,000 in sales with one product in 12 colors out of my garage. And I didn't pay for trade shows or sales rep commissions. So the next step in the process is to get your products to celebrities so stores find you more credible and magazines want to write about you. My client Mari started working with me when her business was doing around $25,000 a year. When she got a t-shirt to Angelina Jolie's daughter Shiloh, she made more than that over the weekend when it showed up in People magazine. And then in OK, and then in Star, and then in Us Weekly. And when I got my handbag into the movie Legally Blonde and my blue bag was in all the publicity shots, Nordstrom placed a $120,000 order and Sony Movie Studio put mini movie posters in all the bags. There's my little blue bag. And most boutiques are obsessed with celebrities, as once your product is associated with one, their customers who want to be like that celebrity want to buy your products when they see the photos. This is a bag I made for Julia Roberts for Ocean's 11. And then it got into InStyle and said it was available at Bergdorf Goodman, which I had been trying for years to get into. Being in both those summer movies got me a little expose on Extra. And working with celebrities has been going on for many years. In fact, my grandmother, who had a children's clothing store in Manhattan, made the little blue coat that JFK Jr. wore to his father's funeral, and it was made famous when he saluted the casket as it passed him by and ended up on the cover of Life magazine. Her business was never the same again. Boom. Huge. Most designers are worried that this is the hardest step, but it's actually one of the easiest. The thing is, most people are just too afraid to do it, so the competition is actually a lot easier than you might think. Celebrities are people just like you and me, and they just happen to be famous for a living. But they all love cool stuff, and usually their gatekeepers are pretty friendly and will let you send it along. You'll be landing your dream celebrities totally for free. No $10,000 gifting suites or swag bags that are a total waste of time and money and actually really do nothing, and no having to pay huge endorsement fees. In fact, you can do this all from home and in your pajamas if you want. It's so exciting to see celebrities wearing or using your products. All of these women had my handbags. Now remember how I told you that the designers who are killing it have two things in place that the grinders and struggle bunnies don't? Well, those two things are constantly adding new store contacts and closing them, and getting their products to celebrities and then into more magazines. Because it comes down to this: if you can't get stores to carry your line, you don't have a viable business. And stores won't want your stuff if they don't think anyone will buy it. If a celebrity is seen with it, it makes your stuff automatically desirable. Now let's get down to business and show you exactly how you can get a predictable system for generating more sales starting today. So there are three main things that matter in a product-based business, and those are: one, generating sales to boutiques; two, selling through your online store; and three, getting products to celebrities and getting into more magazines to generate traffic and credibility. If you're not making the income that you want right now in your product business, then let me ask you these two questions. How many stores have you spoken to in the last 7 days? And what did you do in the last 7 days to promote and generate more calls? You see, in the product world, it's easy to get distracted by the things you think you should be doing, but in the end, you have no real plan. The reality is that you only need to do these two things to get more stores to buy from you. The rainmakers in the product world, the designers with the seven-figure sales and the true liquid wealth, have a predictable method for generating new store sales, and they know these two things: how much they have to sell, who they have to sell it to, and how much each sale will bring in per year. And what that means is they know how many stores they need to contact to achieve that. When you have a real system for generating new sales to stores, and you know these two numbers every month, it's as simple as looking at your calendar and seeing how much time you have available for calls, and then spending the required amount of time to generate those new buyer calls. While the grinders and struggle bunnies are praying new stores will just find them and place orders out of the blue to cover their rent, they're actually preparing for Plan B that involves getting another credit card if things don't work out. And believe me, I know this cycle all too well, as that was 100% me until I figured this system out while building my own companies. At the same time, the rainmakers are spending a predictable amount of time to generate a predictable amount of new buyer contacts, bringing in a predictable amount of new stores, and the best part, a predictable amount of new profits. So what does this system look like? Well, it starts with targeting the right boutiques with the right message that gets them interested and generates a response. We do this by channeling your ideal client and knowing where they live, so you are only seeking boutiques in those places, as their customer is your exact same customer. Essentially, these are your Eskimos. Once we get their attention, we show them how our products are a perfect fit for their store, and we ask if they'd be interested in carrying the line. The result of executing this correctly is that you will have a predictable way to generate 20 to 30 new stores month after month, or whenever you need to. And the best part, you will know down to the dollar and the day how your business and marketing efforts will perform. You will finally have that Eskimo at your fingertips, and you'll be moving your business forward anytime you need to. To execute this predictable system correctly, you need to get these four things in alignment, so I refer to this as cracking the code. The four things are location of the store, right? The message you send, getting into the media, and getting celebrities. When you have these four things in alignment, you can unlock the code and literally have some amazing results, just like my clients have experienced. Leah started working with me when they were selling to around 250 stores. Within 2 months, they were getting a minimum of 15 new store inquiries per month. When another one of my clients, Jen, started working with me, she was already selling to over 800 stores. Woot woot. And now she's steadily adding 30 new stores per month and on track to double her business this year with reorders going up. Now again, you have to have the right system in place to be able to do this and get these results. Or you can do it the hard way, which is like approaching a padlock and trying to guess the code. But did you know that there are more than 10,000 possible combinations to a 4-digit lock? Well, you can try to crack it yourself, and who knows, maybe you'll find a combination that works in a year or two, or maybe 3, but most likely never. Or you can do it the easy way and just get the code to unlock it and get the results immediately. And that's what I do all day in my own business and for my clients and their businesses. Well, by now you're probably thinking, hey, I want to get a predictable system going in my business so that I can generate 20 to 30 new stores every single month. Are you sick of waiting around on Fair or Tundra for a buyer to contact you? It's time to take action yourself and become a rainmaker. This is perfect for you if you're looking to figure out where your most valuable customers shop, predictably attract new boutique buyers every month, get your products into magazines, see celebrities using your products, and raise your profit margins substantially. Because right now, I'm looking for a few more of my dream clients where I can help them get these kinds of massive results that I've shared with you today. That's why, for a limited time, I'd like to offer you a totally free marketing strategy session with me if you meet the criteria below. You see, I work primarily with three types of clients. First of all, designers who don't yet sell to stores but really want to. Designers who sell to over 100 stores already but want to sell to over 500 over the next 12 months. And designers who want to get their products into celebrity hands and magazines to raise their profit margins. So here's how the process works. We will be focused on a specifically custom tailored strategy to help you solve the two biggest problems that most product designers face. The first one is how to sell to stores, and the second is how to get your products to celebrities and into magazines. This marketing strategy session will take around 45 minutes, and you will be speaking with me personally. So who's this for? So I want to talk to fashion designers and inventors who are already in business and making some sales. This is for people who know they have a fabulous product and they truly believe they can dominate their marketplace and make a high six-figure, even seven-figure income doing it. You must be willing to have some skin in the game and understand that you need to invest some money to grow your business and take it to the next level. Working with me isn't cheap, but most of my clients make back more than their investment within the first 2 months, and then they want to stick around with me for the long term because they see so many results. So who is this not for? Well, it's not for people who want to start a business. You must already have your products made and be ready to sell them. It's not for people who make excuses or complain, just not into it. It's not for people who are stuck in information gathering mode and are not prepared to take action or get results. I'm all about action and results. It's not for anyone who's not serious about growing their business by another 100,000 to million in the next 12 months. The better the fit, the better the results, and I am looking for wins. So this is a personal one-on-one strategy call with me. This is where we will figure out what you want and how to make it happen. But warning, time is a factor and this window of opportunity will not be open for very long. So if you feel like this is right for you, go ahead and apply right now just below this video to see if you qualify, and then go ahead and follow the instructions on the next page. I can't wait to talk to you. Just go below right now and click to apply. Talk to you soon.